Okay, section 11.1. As easy as this may sound, it's something you've done before. Areas of parallelograms and triangles. If the right information you need is given to you, it doesn't get much easier than this. Parallelogram. In a parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel. Now, the things you need to find the area of a parallelogram. You need B and H. What does the B stand for? That is your base. What is the H? It is your height with respect to that base. What I mean by that is the distance from here to here is not going to tell you how high this is if you make this your base. The base is the ground. The height is either you can measure here or here, one of these two, but these lengths will be the same. That is H. And if you guys look at this, what nice thing is created? A right triangle. So you can imagine they could sure make some problems here that would make you use what? Pythagorean theorem. Special right triangles, and what? Your trig functions. What we've done the last 3 days. So, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail here with this lesson and let you get going. Really, if I give you this and gave you a rectangle, and they will do this, and I told you that that's 10 and that this is 20. I think all of you would be fine in saying, well, the base here is what? 20. With respect to that base, the height is what? 10. I think every single one of you in here could probably find, without much teaching at all, realize that the area is 20 times 10. So the area is 200. The reason we spent the last 3 days is for the problems that aren't so easy. Ones where they may give you that, then give you maybe that length, which would help you find that one, or so on and so on. Okay? Things you might need. Now, also, area is in square units. So if these were centimeters, this would be 200 square centimeters. You need to remember that as well. Okay, that's how you find the area of a rectangle, or not a rectangle, but a parallelogram. But a rectangle is a parallelogram. Now, and we'll put area of a P for parallelogram. Now, to find the area of a triangle, it's 1/2 base times height. Now, this becomes pretty easy when they give you a right triangle. Why? Well, that's your height with respect to that base. That's pretty easy. But they could also give you one like this. Obviously, that's not how high. That's the base, and remember, it's just from here to here, because I'll draw it out here. That's your height. So that's the things you would use in a formula. Once again, if I told you that this was 5 and this was 10, I sure hope you guys could find the area of that triangle by putting in 1/2 the base, which is what? 10 times the height, which is 5. 5 times 10 is 50, divided by 2 is 25. Let's say we made it meters, square meters. All of you could do that. The challenge will be is when they give you things where you have to use Pythagorean's theorem, special right triangles, and trig functions. Okay? They could also give you, they could have gave you 200 here and made this x. Well, then you would have put the 200 there and solved there. Okay? Whichever way we ought to be able to do this, it really isn't that hard. I have faith that you guys can do this. The good news is this is not due tomorrow unless you make Miss Durda mad, then she'd be happy to make it due tomorrow. Your review worksheets are due tomorrow. I will be here Monday to answer questions on this, so it works out kind of nicely if there are some problems you need help with. Your assignment There's numbers 1 through 22, 30 through 32. Very important. Write problems, draw figures, and show all steps in work. Yes, I know you could do that in your head. I have no doubt of that. But it also takes a whole 5 seconds to write down. That is what I mean by show all steps in work. Also, I don't want to see some two little quarter-inch size picture with no labels. I want to see a decent sized picture. I never said it had to be artwork. What I have here is fine. It didn't take me very long to write it. I just want it labeled with the correct labels. Everything's in the book. Prove to me you're doing the work. That you're not copying off someone, and you'll get credit. If not, you won't. Remember to grade and correct. Remember what's due on Friday.